Ashe. Thank you again, Master Drummer Raphael.
Welcome to another edition of Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. I'm your host, Brother Baba Akilu, and I'm here with Baba Akilu of Alpha Unlimited, specializing in herbistic and prostate health, man-strong herbs, art, and clothing from the continent of Africa. Welcome, Baba Akilu.
Thank you very much.
So, we have a little display here of some of your products here. I see. Why don't you just go ahead and tell us what it is that you have here?
Okay, well, first and foremost, I have to say I'm very happy for this opportunity. The second thing is that we must say that every adult is responsible for his physical, mental, and spiritual health.
Yes.
The hospital is not responsible, the doctor is not responsible, the pharmacy is not responsible. You are responsible. The second thing is that every device created by man is created to mimic some part of the human anatomy or the human function.
Yes.
And what happens is that if a mechanical contraption like a car, an automobile can tell you it needs gas, it needs oil, it needs water, it needs this, it needs that, then imagine how much your body can tell you.
That's right.
Okay, that's one. So now getting into that, what we have here, the first product I have here is Prostate Health Plus. Yeah. Prostate Plus is a combination of herbs, which includes what we call capsicum Cameroon. Capsicum Cameroon is actually the hottest pepper we have in West Africa. The hottest kind, but you know,
Capsicum.
Capsicum, yeah.
That's
So,
pepper.
yeah. So, but the botanical name is Capsicum Cameroon. So that's one of the ingredients there. It's also in there. I have organic ginger powder. That's one of the other ingredients. The reason for this is that those are two of the top inflammatory herbs that you can use in your body. This here is made for the prostate. You know, as people get older, I ain't gonna say myself, I'm not that old, but as people get older, what happens is that men get up sometimes 3 and 4 times a night to urinate. That is primarily because the prostate becomes enlarged after a certain age. It is not a disease. Prostate enlargement is not a disease. What it is that the body changes its way of producing testosterone after a certain age. And that causes the enlargement of the prostate. Now, what happens is, so here we have, let me show you. Here we have the prostate gland. You see it here. And this is the urethra. The urethra is where liquids pass through the system in males to exit the urethra, through the urethra. So if this is the prostate gland here, if this becomes enlarged, it presses against the urethra, thereby slowing down the ability to urinate. So now you will urinate, but if the prostate is enlarged, what happens is that you actually feel like you never finished. That's why you got up the second time or the third time, because there was not complete, what I would say, complete drainage because of the pressing against the urethra of an enlarged prostate. Okay, so now, this here, yeah. So this here, the purpose of this is to bring the prostate back to its normal size. That's this. Prost Health Plus. Okay, why it says plus is because in there I also have a blend, an adequate blend of Tongat Ali.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the plus. Yeah. So that's the plus here.
Does this have any benefit to those who are not experiencing an enlarged prostate?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That, one, the anti-inflammatory effect, and two, the libido effect of the Tongat Ali. So you don't need to have enlarged prostate to use this.
Gotcha.
However, this will invigorate and maintain the normalcy of the prostate if you're using it, even if you didn't have a particular problem.
So it's just good for the prostate.
It's all around, especially that in anti-inflammatory.
And Baba,
that is what's
if I
important.
remember correctly, with Tonkat Ali,
Yeah.
family, my brothers,
Yeah.
Tonkat provides the activation of testosterone
Yes,
to be at a healthy level
exactly.
in this world that is overly estrogen
Estrogen.
promoted.
Yeah.
So they don't want healthy testosterone levels
Yeah.
because testosterone causes men to question everything from news media, religion, GMO foods. It's testosterone that rules the world, truly. And estrogen follows the rules of the world. So we just gotta bring that out.
Exactly. Thank you.
Testosterone make rules, estrogen follow rules.
Yeah, that's right.
No doubt.
That's right. Yes. So, actually, this product, two elders in Africa actually gave me the formula for this product. Yeah.
They gave you the formula.
The formula for this here. What had happened is we have two elders that had that problem of waking up at night so many times to urinate. The first elder actually gave me a drink of it because he made it and had it in the fridge. And he gave me a drink of it and he told me, and I drank it and he told me, well, this is what it did for me. In other words, he said, this is what I use to normalize myself. The second elder was older, he more like 80. And he told me, I told him that I wanted to do it because he used it too. He says, yes, that formula is absolutely correct. He told me, however, if you want to take it the next step, seeing as you're already into Tongat Ali, you should put some Tongat Ali with it. He said, because that's what he does. That's the elder 80 years old. You see? So actually, I didn't make this up. This is what elders have been using, and they gave it to me as a so-called young elder or upcoming elder.
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
Now, question: in Africa, when does a man become an elder? What age?
No, you have to pass 70 to become an elder, and even then you are a young elder.
Did you hear that, family?
70s?
Say
You
it
have
again,
to be
brother.
70 to be an elder.
Wow.
You cannot enter the council of the elders before 70. Okay? Or now you can have a title before 70, but you cannot, even if you go to the council of the elders, is as a witness. When they make the circle, you see you're not deep in there. Okay?
You're not in the inner circle.
No, you're not in the inner circle. You gotta wait. They tell you stay in your lane, young blood.
Yeah, because you hear so many of the conscious folks talk about eldership like at 40 or
No.
50. Is that correct in the African tradition?
No. That doesn't happen at all. What happens is that in Africa we have a saying that life begins at 40.
Ah.
But there's a purpose for saying life begins at 40. The purpose for saying life begins at 40 is they say by the time you become 40, it's time to stop making mistakes, doing nonsense, being irresponsible. That's why they say life begins at 40. So fella Nikiolapo used to say, a fool at 40 is a fool forever. You see? In other words, if you don't learn by then you know what I mean. That means you want to be a fool.
You in trouble.
Yeah, you want to be a fool. Wow. That's what fella used to say. Fool at 40 is a fool forever. Okay.
I'm still a little bit stuck on cats, 80s, in their 80s taking this stuff. And so in the 80s, they still bedroom bullies?
Absolutely. I mean, there is no timeline and there is no shelf life or expiry date. It depends on how you
grandma the business.
Or the pretty young thing in the business.
There's no expiry date. Okay. And there is no
grandma
timeline.
be getting up early in the morning.
Yeah. So
Is it grandma
like
or little Missy Pooh?
Yeah. So all right. So that's one. So that's how I got this formula. I got it from them. They let me taste it. They told me what to do, how to blend it, what proportions. They gave me all that. Now the second one is Bois Bande. Now Bois Bande is known throughout the Caribbean. But what happened in the Caribbean is this. Over the last 20 to 25 years in the Caribbean, what they did was they made it, they tried to make it into a hustle as opposed to a sustainable business. So they jump quick and scrape the trees, is the bark, for the bark. They jump quick and they over harvest it. Right. So now in the Caribbean you got Bois Bande, but it's of different strengths. You wind up having to go to the smaller islands, like St. Kitts, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent. That's where you have to go to get a strong Bois Bande.
Wow.
Because they over-harvest in the big islands of Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados. They over-harvest.
What about Guyana?
Well, Guyana has a lot of forests, so they still can spread. Right. Well, when you say Guyana, some of my herbs I'm showing you here is from Guyana, like granny backbone and things like that. Yeah. You see? Yeah. I have some different ones here. Yeah.
Capadula monkey ladder.
Capadula. Yeah, Capadula. Yeah, you see? Yeah. And this is some of the sea moss like what he was showing, the thin one. Oh, yeah. You see? And these are some other herbs I brought from Gambia. Okay?
Gambia?
Yeah, these are from Gambia. Yeah, so I put it all into one poster so
Those
people
are
can see.
Ingredients for?
Yeah, well, some of the ingredients in this.
Okay.
But when we get to Bois Bande, the thing was, like I said, they over harvest it in the Caribbean. So I found it in Africa, and knowing a little Wolof, when they told me, I realized that was the Bois Bande, what they call, in their Wolof language. So Bois Bande has always been, first and foremost, the name Bois Bande is what they call Creole name. Like when I say Creole, it's the original patois is Creole. Jamaican patois is English, but the original patois is Creole, meaning it was African language mixed with French.
Yes.
Okay. So they named it, and Haitian women always correct me on that. They always ask me, Bois Bande, what it mean? And then they always correct me. They say it actually means bois, wood, erect. Bois, wood, bande, erect. That's what the Haitian women told me. Say you better say it right.
Name your son that.
Yeah. Okay, and this Bois Bande, I blended it because, again, Bois Bande means wood erect. Tongat Ali means Ali's walking stick in Sumatran language. In Indonesia. So I make it a blend of wood erect and the walking stick, so that the wood erect is on the move.
Awesome. Awesome.
Walking with that bat.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
So is that what the ball bond
That's
is?
it. That's yeah, because
that speak
it's
softly
a blend. It's a blend, and carry a big
and
stick.
walk with a big,
Big stick.
So
The original meaning.
yeah.
That's actually the secret of the bedroom bully.
Okay. All
Wow.
right. So that's what that is. That's what it is. And being what it is, you only drink 1 shot glass a day, as opposed to the prostate. The prostate Health Plus, you would use half a teaspoon in a cup of hot water. Let it sit a little bit. You boil water, you pour it in a cup, and you put half a teaspoon of this, just like you would make a tea. And you let it sit for about 5 minutes. You strain it, and then you drink twice a day. Half a teaspoon, a cup of hot water, boiling water, twice a day. And within 5 to 7 days, the problem is eliminated. That problem of you jumping up 3-4 times a night is eliminated.
Your woman gonna be making breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper snacks.
Everything you demand.
The rise of testosterone.
Okay, that's that. Now, I have some other things unrelated to this. One is I have a carbonated blend that keeps you mellow and serene. You understand? Without making you drowsy. That is food grade organic lavender flowers. That's combined with skullcap, because skullcap is a known nervine, meaning that it calms your nerves. So those two together, you could sit quietly in a place and you'll be serene, calm, quiet, contemplative and things like that. You see, it'll be like you sitting in the park among trees in a garden or something like that. It won't make you high, but it'll keep you serene. That's one blend.
Take that as a tea as well.
As a tea, and that's a light tea because it's flower buds and things like that, and skullcap. I have another thing for blood cleansing and blood strengthening, blood rejuvenation. That one is, the first ingredient is what we call African blood leaf. What we call African blood leaf is red sorghum stalks. Sorghum is a grain of the millet family. So red sorghum leaves, we have been using it in Africa for thousands of years. We use it in food. We can put it in rice and peas when we want to make what we call in West Africa wachi. That's our rice and peas. So what we do with that is we put it in the food, but we also use it as a medicine. You can boil it as a tea. So that's the first ingredient in the blood cleanser and blood rejuvenator. The second ingredient is burdock. The third one is nettle, you see, and it's subject to more blends, but those are the basics.
Question, Baba.
Yeah.
Do African women know how to prepare these meals for their African husbands?
Absolutely. How else did I eat it?
Okay, because here in America,
Yeah.
the modern women, we're lucky if they know how to boil water.
Yeah, well, it's all right. You can teach them, because as what I learned growing up is, before you had a wife, you were a bachelor. So what did you eat?
Right.
You had to learn to cook.
That's right.
See, men know how to cook in Africa.
That's right.
Men know how to cook. Okay? So if your wife didn't know, now she knows. Like Biggie said, if you didn't know, now you know.
You're gonna learn today.
yeah. Okay? Now, that's that. That's those.
So
yeah.
now hold on. So the prostate health plus is for the prostate. Now,
Yeah.
this is right. So this is
This is
erect
libido,
wood.
yes.
This is straight. But but does this also benefit the prostate?
Yes, it benefits the prostate. It benefits the prostate because it actually has been doing that for hundreds of years. That was part of the job. Strengthen the prostate.
Hold on, Baba. Let this blow past. Somebody didn't have their Bombandi today. Oh, I didn't even see that. I'm glad.
Still taking your questions.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Now, it does strengthen the prostate because that's what it has been used for
Marriage
years and years.
protocols of Africa.
Okay.
Baba, say that again.
Yes. Here's what happens. When you get married in Africa, after the marriage ceremony, you go home as a man. You don't take your wife with you. You wait at home till your wife's people, one male in the family, whether her big brother, whether her uncle or somebody like that, will bring your wife to your house. Because there's even fella even used to say there's a music for that. There's a music, the type of drum that they play for that everybody knows, say, they're taking that woman to her husband's house. Okay. Now, the reason for that is that between the time of the marriage ceremony and the time your wife comes to your house, her aunts, and maybe they join a couple of big sisters, will sit her down in a round table and say, here's what is happening. You're married now. We're going to tell you from experience. This is how you have to treat your husband. This is how you have to treat the house. This is what you have to do. You understand? Even if you're in the house, you should still dress up nice for your husband. You ain't got to be going nowhere. Your husband can come home and see you dressed up like you going to a big gig, something like that. You have to do things. So they school her and all that. Then they show her the Kayan Mata. If you take Senegal, one of the Kayan Mata, meaning women's affairs, is called Gala. It's made with a grain like sorghum or millet and ground peanut meal. Raw ground peanut meal, in other words, not blanched or anything. It's still they just grind the peanuts real fine, mix it with add ginger and things like that. Okay. All those are things that they teach your wife before she comes to your house.
And the gala is for her or for you?
Gala is for you, but she drink the gala too, so I guess it's for both of us.
Didn't Usman Sen Ben make a movie, something like that? X-A-L-A?
That's challah.
Gala?
That's challah.
Right.
But
like
gala, the one I'm talking about is
curse
gala.
Or something, it has something, because that movie was about a man, he couldn't get it up for his
well,
wedding
it could have
night.
been.
Yeah.
It could have been. I don't remember that one of his movies, but it could have been that. It could have been gala he was talking about. But they have different things.
So in other words, the woman's trained to be a wife.
Exactly. Totally. Well, she's trained to be a wife before she gets married.
That's
because
right.
coming up in the house.
That's right.
She's trained to be a wife coming up in the house.
That's right.
But when she gets married, that's when they come in on her and say, well, look, this is it. Because they can even take you to your grandmother's house, take the woman to her grandmother's house, say, old lady got something she want to tell you. Mm-hmm. And all that before she comes to her husband.
And the man is taught how to be a husband in his manhood training.
Absolutely. You see, it doesn't, it's not just, primarily because, African society, and really, all societies outside of North America and Western Europe, the societies are based on family and community. That's right. It's here they tell us about individualism, it's all about you. That's nonsense.
That's right.
Okay, that's nonsense. When you marry a woman in African society, when you marry a woman, it's two families that got married. It's not a man and a woman. That's why you can't see a woman talk to her and say, yo, baby, I like you and this and that and that. She would say, you got to talk to my parents. Now you start backing up, say, me go to her parents, boy, I don't know about all that. You understand? That means you're not serious.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
All right. Another thing is, when a man proposes, once he starts talking to a woman and he's serious, the woman will tell her mother. The mother would assess the situation. The mother will then, after reasoning, will go and tell the father. Say, this is what is happening. Because the decision is his. The mother just assesses the situation from a wife's point of view and tells her daughter, well, look, wait. Then, once they concur, then the mother will take it to the father because he has the final decision. But even when you go to meet the parents, the father will introduce you to his brothers. You see what I'm saying? So you're going deeper. The more you push, the deeper you go. You understand? And once they all concur, then they say, okay, let it be. And then you start preparing for the marriage.
This is excellent.
Yeah, so that's
Actually, I'm
what
gonna put this on the beginning of the tape about the herbs.
Yeah.
Because this is protocols.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
that's what happens
you-
with
do you-
papaya leaf. Has been used for thousands of years to strengthen the prostate, heighten the libido, strengthen the male reproductive system and things like that.
Does it help women as well?
Yeah, well, it helps women, but not in the same way as it helps men.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it helps women. But we also have a medicine for women's libido. But the supply is what's slowing it down right now because the supply must come from Africa.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I know they have something in Indonesia, a feminine equivalent to tongkat. I think it's called kasip fatima, when the women are too cold down in the boiler room.
Yeah.
Kasip fatima.
No, well, in Africa we have it, but we have different formulas, but we call it kayan mata in Hausa. In Hausa we call it kayan mata because kayan mata means woman's affairs.
Oh.
And it's like when they say kayan mata, it's like they're telling a man, this ain't got nothing to do with you, mind your business.
Right.
Women's affairs. That's why
Right.
they call it in Hausa women's affairs. Kayan mata. Kayan meaning affairs, mata is woman, mata is wife in Hausa. Yeah. Kayan mata. Okay, we have that. So that's why you see men mostly use this.
Gotcha.
Okay, now I have a third product here to show. This, Baba Alpha. This is the ultimate bush bath. The ultimate bush bath. Okay? Now, I have it listed as a spiritual bath and blessing. You see? The ultimate bush bath. Let me turn this one around so you can see too. Yeah. This is all plant-based.
Whoa.
I'm going to read it out
Jinx
for you.
busting formula.
Yes.
That's good for men and women, right?
Exactly. It's universal. Yeah, it's universal. Now, the composition, what we have in it, is what is really the kernel of it. The composition is organic African soap, gum frankincense, sage leaf, oson, that is African camwood, atari, that is alligator pepper.
Ooh.
You know, alligator pepper is used for a lot of spiritual purposes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Aloe and khatimi. Khatimi are seals, what we call seals in metaphysics. Seals. Okay. Khatimi. And divine supplication to the Creator. But also I have in there what we call king of trees. I try not to name the king of trees because I don't want people to start rushing to over harvesting in Africa.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. But actually my cousin just came back from Nigeria 3 weeks ago and brought me some. I had some all along, but I called him over there while he was there and he got me some. And he himself being younger than me, he's not too familiar with it, but I sent him to a herbalist and they gave it to him. Now, the usage. Yeah, this is good for 2 applications, 2 baths. You can shower with it or pour it into the bathtub. It's aura illuminating. It's an aura illuminating formula from the ancients. It has mystic elimination of negatives, and as you said, the jinx busting formula. So the after usage, you use it generously and step boldly forward and go and do straight what you got to do.
Wow.
And get it done. Yeah. And here is for external use only. My email address is on there. Yeah.
So can you
and it's all plant-based ingredients.
So do you put this in your, do you wash this, or do you put in a spray bottle, or how do you use that?
It's you can either shower with it, and like I say, it's good for two applications, for 2 baths. You can shower with it, you can rub it on your
Use it like soap.
Use it as you're using it as soap. It is soap. It is soap. Yeah. It's a spiritual bath. It is soap. A bush bath, that's some people call it. Now,
And how many times to break the jinxes Because you hear so many people talk about bad luck.
No, well, here's what. You know, one brother told me, if you think you got a jinx, you got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's correct in that. You know. However, if you see your situations have been going the way that you didn't want it to go, then this will help. Because just like the herbs, you know, in your body, herbs jumpstart your healing process and your immune system. If you don't do anything, it won't start. You know, it's just sitting there. If you don't work on it, all right? Same way, you know, everything is mental, everything is physical, mental, and spiritual, of 3 levels, okay? So, same with this. You know, if you need to jumpstart your aura or your spiritual system, you can use this. You bathe with this, and then go forth, step forward, and do what you have to do. And there will be no obstacle in the way.
I look at the name, Baba Alpha.
Yes, Baba Alpha. Yeah.
We hear so much now about, are you an alpha male or are you a beta male?
No.
Or is this a brother's name?
No. Here's what. Alpha. Outside of, that's why it's ALFA. It's not ALPHA.
Oh.
Alpha is a title in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha is a title. Primarily, we use it to indicate that a person knows 1,000 or more things.
Wow.
When you hear somebody, when they call somebody alpha, like remember, you might not remember, years ago, the president of Mali, his name was Alpha Konare. So what I'm saying is, alpha is a title in Africa. You see, that we use. Yeah.
Excellent.
So, that's different to ALPHA. It's ALFA.
So it's more of a learned man.
It's a learned man. Yeah.
So somebody who don't know anything, what do they call them? Delta, beta?
No, they probably
Delta?
Zeta.
they probably
Zeta?
don't call him at all.
Oh, that's good. Again, I would like Brother Baraka and Brother Chris to do a muscle test on the products with the weight. Let's do the lift test. All right, hold on. Let me move Baba Alpha over.
Stop with this one. Yeah.
And
Before you do that, brothers, excuse me, but I have to, you have to do what you got. Something I see. Oh, I see. Respect. Yes.
okay, you getting ready to break out?
Yes.
Till next time, brother.
Next time.
And Bev, it's great seeing you again.
It's great to be seen. I'm just glad to be here.
I'll give you a card. You call me. Okay.
Yeah, unless you want to hang out, because none of this going home with him. Did you hear? Nothing. None of this going home with him.
Give you a card. Because no, well, he has to go home now, so I have to give him.
All right. Well, we're gonna work something out for you.
Call me anytime, please.
Yes.
And my what you call it is there.
See, maybe you can give me some guidance on my healing journey.
Okay. What I will have to do? You will have to give me the you know,
Yeah,
the
we'll
basic,
get
the
in touch,
breakdown,
'cause we
what
still
it is, the
taping.
details, yeah, and then I'll know.
Yeah, so
I'll look at it from there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where I look at it from there first. Yeah.
We got you covered.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So
All right, so we're going forward with the muscle test. Here
Yes.
we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. It's real.
Got it?
Yeah.
and then do it without, so we can see. Yeah, slower and lower. Chris Ross,
Let me try this right here.
you next on deck.
Yeah.
Oh, do the combination. The two of them together. Can we take the two of them together, Baba?
Why not?
Oh.
Do anything you want to do.
That's right. That's right.
Let me give that a shot. Let me try that out.
Yeah, it's up to you.
2 fingers, right?
Yeah.
I like this boy band. I like the word.
Yeah, I love that word.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that is.
That's pretty good.
That basically felt like it lifted itself. Let me try this. Well, we definitely gonna try that. We're gonna save the best for last. Because if the spirit
No.
ain't right, nothing is right.
No, well, this one is just for demonstration purposes. This ain't.
Well, that's not the stuff
No,
in there?
that ain't got the power in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
this one is for
I was
demonstration.
trying to buy some of this right now, man.
What, this one? No,
Yeah.
no. This is the one I'm talking about.
till the
That's
market
for demonstration.
catches
Oh, okay. We can live with that.
You see what I
Have
mean?
this kind of like
Oh yeah, Seymour's. Market just now caught up with Seymour's.
Yeah,
I've been
you've
drinking
been using
Seymour's
it
from a
forever.
child. I drank Seymour's this morning. You understand? I've been drinking it since I was a child.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but you know, the market has to catch up with it, or you just be holding.
So Baba Akilu, you mentioned how some of the larger Caribbean islands over-harvested
And
the
Boa Bandi.
the Boa Bandi.
Yes, they did.
And I understand how China has a huge market for various types of aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
That some of them are endangered, some of them are exotic or whatever.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to ask you about was there was a few months ago there was talk that they found something like, what was it, like 2,000 pounds of Nigerian penis on its
No.
way to China? What was that?
No, that's a gimmick. That's a gimmick.
Oh, that was a gimmick.
That's a gimmick. Here's what had happened.
Talk about over-harvesting.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
That's funny.
It was what you call it. It was actually sent from Canada, and it was beaver penis.
Whoa.
Beaver penis. Beaver or raccoon. I think it was beaver penis that was sent. So people, now what people do on the net is they could take something I do with you and say, this is what happened in Poughkeepsie, or this is what happened in Africa. This is what happened. People, the internet allows you to do that.
Right.
You see, you could take anything and say it someplace else. Like just last week, 2 weeks ago, they were sending pictures from an English-speaking place where the police was beating people, and they were saying this is in Cuba. Why would the people speak in English? You see, a lot of people ain't catch that. Somebody sent it to me, and I tell them, look, most of these things is not Cuba. I said one of them might be Cuba, but most of these say it cannot be Cuba.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So that's what has been happening. But it was beaver penis that was sent from Canada to China to be used as aphrodisiac. And that was 2 years ago. And this
Beavers
year
like
they
to
changed
stack
it.
wood.
Huh? Yeah, they stack wood. They're strong.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
they're strong.
right.
Yeah, so that was one of the things. You see, but that's the internet talking.
So I think we're wrapping up here.
Very good.
Thank you
you
so
very
much,
much.
Baba
Excellent.
Akilu.
Thank you very
Excellent.
much. Thank you very much.
We appreciate you. And one more
Before you wrap
time,
up,
Yeah.
one more.
Can I ask a question?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you take students?
Well,
Do you teach?
okay, actually, I'm a continuous teacher. I was a teacher at the Uhuru Sasa. I used to teach your brother Obana.
Yeah.
I taught Mashariki's children, Aisha, Akhenaten. I taught, what's the sister?
What was your specialty?
I was early childhood education,
Got
but
it.
I was general education, history, mathematics, geography, I did it all.
Well, I mean,
English
do you-
language
do
and
you
literature.
teach on the herbs?
On the herbs, yeah.
In case
yes.
the people in TV land want to learn.
Yeah. I
Do
could
you have
teach.
like
I could teach on the herbs.
Blog or
No,
YouTube?
I don't, because what it is for one thing, any place I go, I teach. In the general sense. But I don't have. I'm no longer. Thank you. I'm no longer a professional teacher. You see. Yeah, but any place I go, I teach. Anything people want to know, I tell them, regardless whether it's herbs, history, or whatever. I do that.
And I met you through who is now ancestor, Professor Abdul Kareem Darwish. Remember the bald-headed brother? They had the knot on his third eye.
Not the one who went to the Caribbean.
He traveled the world. So I just want to give a special shout out to Kareem
Yes.
Darwish.
Kareem, he was an herbalist too.
Yeah, he was into herbs too.
Yeah. Okay, yes, I remember.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was an ancestor.
Yeah.
How long
I'll show you a picture of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I met you through him.
Yes.
And at the African
The
Arts
street
Festival.
carnival. Yes.
Yeah, he said that dude is the man, and I went chasing for you. I couldn't catch up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Baba Akilu, give us your contact information.
Okay, my
How
contact.
can we get in touch with you?
Okay. My email address is princeakilu7@yahoo.com. PRINCEAKILU, the number 7@yahoo.com. PrinceAkilu7@yahoo.com. My phone number is 347 347-388-3089. 347-388-3089. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
There
much.
you have it, folks. Alpha Unlimited.
That's right.
Magnets, crystals, and pyramids. Thanks you again.
Thank you.
Get your boys Bondi, right?
Ladies, take care of your men.
That's right.
And brothers, take care of your wood.
Is that the Guava Bandi? Normally I would say soak the whole thing.
How
but
much water?
I think if you soak the whole thing, it'll be about 4 or 5 cups of water. But I would say soak half in like 2.5 cups of water or 3 cups of water. Soak half. The reason why I say that now is that when I soaked the whole thing, I had to go ahead and put the rest of it in the fridge. Because it being organic herbs, it will ferment after a certain while, keeping outside, you know? So, seeing as, unless you got a container that will take 5 cups of water, you understand, you should soak half. Now, what happens is, after you soak this for a few hours, like I say overnight, because, you know, you soak it and then you ain't got to worry till you wake up in the morning. All right, then you would brew it on a low fire for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You let it cool. Then you bottle it and put it in the fridge. And so that way you can take a shot glass a day of this until it's finished. You see? You'll get a lot out of it. Yeah, it'll run for a while. That's one. That's the Baba Akilu. The second thing is the Prostate Plus. What happens with Prostate Plus is that you put half a teaspoon in a cup of water in the morning, and the same at night, a cup of hot water, boiling water, and drink it as a tea. You let it soak for 5-7 minutes, strain it, and drink it as a tea. Same with this, you strain it. You always strain it because, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the residue, but that's too much work for your kidneys to be swallowing that, you know? Yeah. But other than that, you know, you strain it and you drink. This takes a few days after it sits in your system.
Will a strainer really strain that powder?
A strainer will strain it because what happens is when you soak it in water, it kind of gets a little wet. As a matter of fact, when you strain it, you can take a spoon and squeeze it in the strainer so that you squeeze all the liquid out.
Yes.
But it will remain in the strainer.
Good.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Now, the leftover in the strainer, can you use it again or do you throw it away?
No, you throw it away, but the elder had told me in terms of the Prostate Plus, he told me you could keep the residue and put it in your soup. That's what the elder who told me about it, that's what he told me. Yeah. He said you just put the residue, maybe you put it in the fridge in a plastic bag in the freezer, and when you cook in some soup, you drop it in the soup. He said it'll help that way too. That's what he told me. I didn't use it that way yet, but I did keep it. I did keep some of the residue, I just ain't use it yet.
Bone soup.
Yeah. And they were saying this is in Cuba. Why would the people
Thank
speak
you.
in English? No problem. You see, a lot of people ain't catch that. Somebody sent it to me and I tell them, look, most of these things is not Cuba. I said one of them might be Cuba, but most of these say it cannot be Cuba.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So that's what has been happening. But it was beaver penis that was sent from Canada to China to be used as aphrodisiac. And that was 2 years ago. And this year
like
they
to
changed
stack
it.
wood.
Huh? Yeah, they stack wood. They're strong.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
they're strong.
right.
Yeah, so that was one of the things. You see, but that's the internet talking.
So I think we're wrapping up here.
Very
you know,
good.
thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
very
much.
Baba
Excellent.
Akilu.
Thank you very
Excellent.
much. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you. And one more time.
Yeah.
One more.
Can I ask a question?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you take students?
Well,
Do you teach?
okay, actually, I'm a continuous teacher. I was a teacher at the Uhuru Sasa. I used to teach your brother Obana.
Yeah.
I taught Mashariki's children, Aisha, Akhenaten. I taught, what's the sister?
What was your specialty?
I was early childhood education,
Got
but
it.
I was general education, history, mathematics, geography, I did it all.
Well, I mean,
English
do you-
language and
do you
literature.
teach on the herbs?
On the herbs, yeah,
In case
yes.
the people in TV land want to learn.
Yeah, I
Do
could
you have
teach.
like
I could teach on the herbs.
Blog or
No,
YouTube?
I don't, because what it is for one thing, any place I go, I teach. you know, in the general sense. But I don't have, I'm no longer, yeah, thank you. I'm no longer a professional teacher, you see. Yeah, but any place I go, I teach. Anything people want to know, I tell them, regardless whether it's herbs, history, or whatever. I do that.
And you know, I met you through who is now our ancestor, Professor Abdul Kareem Darwish. Remember the bald-headed brother? They had the knot on his third eye.
Not the one who went to the Caribbean.
He traveled the world. So I just want to give a special shout out to Kareem Darwish.
Yes. Kareem, he was a herbalist too.
Yeah, he was into herbs too.
Yeah. Okay, yes, I remember.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was an ancestor.
Yeah. I'll show you a picture of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I met you through him.
Yes.
And at the African Arts
Street
Festival.
Carnival. Yes.
He said that dude is the man, and I went chasing for you. I couldn't catch up with you.
So Baba Akilu, give us your contact information.
Okay, my
How
contact.
can we get in touch with you?
Okay. My email address is princeakilu7@yahoo.com. PRINCEAKILU, the number 7@yahoo.com. princeakilu7@yahoo.com. My phone number is 347-388-3089. 347-388-3089. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
There you have it, folks. Alpha Unlimited.
That's right.
Magnets, crystals, and pyramids. Thanks you again.
Thank you.
Get your boys Bondi, right?
Ladies, take care of your men.
That's right.
And brothers, take care of your wood.
There you go.
Yes.